As we're learning of new allegations that rapper Young Thug and a co-defendant conducted a hand-to-hand drug deal in the courtroom where jury selection was going on. A judge has paused jury selection at least 3 times over drugs, arrests, and a health scare. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie covering this now with us live in downtown, where he obtained video of this alleged drug transaction. Mark, you talked with Thug's attorney late today. He said his client did nothing wrong.
Yeah, we've got both sides. Listen, a motion filed late today by the prosecution by itself would have been a bombshell. But late today, we also obtained the video. It was caught on camera in court, says Fulton County Sheriff Pat Labat, who told us courtroom surveillance video captured an alleged hand-to-hand drug transaction between Young Thug, real name Jeffery Williams, and a fellow defendant in the YSL RICO conspiracy trial, Khalif Adams, a transaction brought to light when one of Labat's deputies spotted what was going on and retrieved the drug, Percocet, from Young Thug. Keith Adams, you're one of Young Thug's attorneys. What's his side of this?
Well, his side is the truth. The reality is Mr. Williams had nothing to do with what went on in the courtroom on yesterday. One of the co-defendants, on his way to the restroom, attempted to pass something to Mr. Williams, who immediately turned it over to the deputy.
He did not know it was allegedly Percocet?
Did not know. Well, we don't know what it is. Did not know what it was, turned it over to the deputy right away.
A newly filed motion bearing the names of Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis and Deputy DA Adrian Love lays out allegations in detail. The document says on January 18, 2023, defendant Khalif Adams and defendant Jeffery Lamar Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, conducted a hand-to-hand drug transaction inside courtroom 1C of the Fulton County Superior Courthouse. Defendant Khalif Adams stood up from his chair inside courtroom 1C and walked unattended to where defendant Jeffery Lamar Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, was seated at counsel table next to his attorney. Defendant Adams approached defendant Williams and extended a closed right hand toward defendant Williams. Defendant Williams extended his open right hand toward defendant Adams' closed right hand and accepted an item of contraband, to wit Percocet, from inside defendant Adams' hand. Defendant Williams then closed his right hand around the contraband and placed his closed right fist underneath the table where he sat. The document says Sheriff's Office personnel immediately approached defendant Williams and demanded that defendant Williams relinquish the contraband defendant Williams placed in his hand before placing his hand under the table. The document adds, during the search of defendant Adams, the sheriff recovered from defendant Adams Percocet, marijuana, tobacco, and other contraband wrapped in plastic and food seasonings to mask the odor of the marijuana. Defendant Adams was then taken to Grady Hospital after he appeared to ingest other items of contraband that he held on his person in an effort to conceal the extent of his crimes within the courtroom. The prosecution motion suggests Young Thug has filed multiple motions demanding a speedy trial, opposing a continuance of any kind, but, quote, for accuracy, the record should reflect that defendant Williams, along with defendant Adams' actions caused a delay in the trial. Young Thug maintains his innocence to all the allegations he faces in the YSL case.
Each and every one of them.
Has he been charged in connection with this?
Absolutely not. We don't expect that to be the case because he did nothing.
Khalif Adams, no relation, whom you do not represent, has also pled not guilty to the YSL RICO conspiracy.
That's true. That's true.
So this is all coming together very late. The Fulton County DA's office says any charging decision against Young Thug involving the alleged Percocet would only be made after a full investigation. Now, I reached out to attorney Tiambre Callan in behalf of Khalif Adams via text. The text reply was, on behalf of Mr. Adams, these allegations are simply that. Mere allegations made by the state in an effort to thwart the lengthiness of the jury selection process. Mr. Adams adamantly maintains his innocence and looks forward to the conclusion of this trial. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.